Hello my friends, this is Jose from LuoVita, and today it's the last episode about this series working from home. But most of what we gone through applies to everything we do in our goals, projects, to achieve our goals or projects. Today I wanted to close this series with a special episode and how to achieve this lifestyle in order to spend more time doing what you love. This is something a lot of people search, and the lifestyle, what is a lifestyle? I mean, it's the freedom, your lifestyle. It's the freedom of choices we make on a daily basis. When and how we work, play, sleep, and interact with others. This should be our lifestyle. And this is a healthy lifestyle, but it takes time and patience to do this. It requires creating these habits, healthy habits, that become established in our routine so that they will become automatically. So, it's if you, for example, like most people, you probably spend a lot of time doing things that don't excite you or that makes your life fulfilling. And for example, a lot of people just eat too much, watch too much television for hours on end and waste time online, for example. I mean, we are distracted with everything. So talk endlessly with something or even work so you can spend all this money to doing something you want to buy. And, but those things mostly don't fulfill us. And they're not helping us to get closer to our goals. So that goals that we should have of doing what we love to do. So how can we do this? First thing, make a plan. So to make these changes, we need a plan. That means changing the way we eat or exercising more or just taking day for ourselves. But we need to re-evaluate our priorities, our schedule and our attitude also. So creating this plan will help us to stay motivated, to stick to our goals, and get us on this track, on the right track. I know, but this is different for everybody. So the best place to begin is by identifying what you love to do. I know it's not easy, but to figure out how you make it part of your daily or weekly routine. For example, you might decide to go for a walk after dinner every night. It's a goal, and it's becoming healthy. Or you want to learn how to play an instrument and make a career even. It's very helpful to plan, ahead for things that you want to do and the way you want to do it. So you don't be distracted with something else. You already have a plan. Reserve the time. Plan for something that come across, for example, and think about any friends or family who might hold you accountable also for what you want to change in your life, and tell them about your plans. Also be spontaneously, because we can't just calculate everything. I know if we are not used to sometimes being spontaneous is not easy. We have a lot of things to do in our life, and we sometimes get stuck in a routine, and we find ourselves living on like an autopilot. Learning how to be more spontaneous will give us this boost in happiness, because we will go out of our routine, out of this rat race sometimes, and spend more time doing what we love. Okay, so start small and gradually increase, for example, your spontaneity. It's weird, but the more we practice this, the easier it will become to make these spontaneous decisions and enjoy our life. That means, for example, if you want to add more spontaneity, the best thing you need to do is to let go of fear first, because we have the fear to do something different. This can be tough, I know, but it's really important if you want to live a more spontaneous life. So replace, for example, your fears with confidence. And confidence will help you to overcome this self-doubt. And because, self-doubt that holds us back from seeing opportunities, seizing the moment, and making this decision with confidence. Another way to seize the moment is by trying something new. It can be something easy, fun, but it should break up this daily routine. So make sure that you're always taking advantage of something that comes up. I know sometimes we don't even see it, but also very important to be sure to seize this moment, by being spontaneous, is also to talk with someone, with your family, and sending, for example, someone a message. I had this idea, I wanted to do this, what do you think? And surprise them with a visit, talk about everything, show them that you care about them, and you want to do something different, and you had this idea. So we should find this balance, finding this balance is different for everybody. But the key is to find this lifestyle that feels good and fits your unique needs, for example, and are in accordance with our values. So the goal is to find really a lifestyle that brings you joy and helps you achieve your dreams. We all are in somehow chasing this, right? So this is one of the biggest challenges we have, is to find this right balance, and to learn to prioritize things we are doing. This is something that we must practice, and it changes also over time, all this, but it's important for our success to finding this lifestyle that works for us, that works for you. And success means something different for each person. We can't just compare to somebody else, because this is a problem I see. People just compare themselves. But success, what means success? I mean, being grateful for what we have, living with enough means to live, and good weather, everything, So prioritizing means you must find what is most important to you, and then make sure that you are spending enough time doing this. So eliminating non-essential stuff from our life activities, So if you're working, for example, all the time and not spending much time with your family and friends, it may be time to make some adjustments, right? So cutting off with some work, cutting to 80%, 50%, and then doing something you love, and eventually this can give you some income. So, and ask yourself, for example, how do I want to feel? Ask yourself this question. So the answer to this question, how do I want to feel? As I said, this is different for every person, but it should be something that is personal and it reflects your values. For example, if you value health and wellness, but struggle to maintain this consistency with your fitness goals, it may be a good idea to set more realistic goals. For example, to achieve this, for example. It's also important to see your relationship and how this is meaningful for you. Anything from spending time with friends and family, focusing on spirituality. So finding this right balance. It's not easy, believe me, it's not easy. But it's very important if you want to feel happier and more satisfied with your life, And we all live together. So if someone is happy, we are happy, right? So it improves our productivity, our quality of life, everything. All of this has one condition. You must make more time for yourself, because a lot of people struggle to make time for themselves, right? And we have responsibilities in work and everything, tasks around the home, family, friends, spend time with this and that. But sometimes it feels like impossible to fit everything in. And a lot of people I find that sometimes, it's not easy to do the things we really enjoy. So that's why it's so important to find this balance and spend your time doing what you love. it's also important to understand this, that making time for yourself does not mean making, for example, having a lot of time for doing something. You can just schedule, for example, 50 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour per day to do something that you want for yourself, something that you want to change in your life, to want to start a new hobby, a business or something. But and this should be enough time. Take a few minutes, block this time every day. And for example, these are ways to get to help you feel more energized, and you know that this time will arrive. You have 1 hour or 2 hours or 15 minutes to work on your project. So set boundaries and learn also how to say no. I know it's hard sometimes. It's hard also for me. But it's important, for our health, for our happiness, mental health and happiness. And if you don't want to go out to a party or to a meeting, just if you don't feel like this, just say it and don't go. Remember, that's important to have this good support system behind you. Spend time with friends, family, and someone that makes you happy. This will help you to feel also this balance, and you're grounded with your project. So if you have been trying to find a way to spend more time doing what you love, you have realized, for example, that it's not easy, it's not quick, it takes time. It takes time to implement these new habits, but it's important if you want to create a lifestyle, if your lifestyle. So if you are willing to be patient and stick with it, you will achieve it, believe me. So be flexible in all of this. Don't try to force your lifestyle. This just don't work. It just stresses us out, You need to make these small changes every day. Over time, this will really become a routine and you find the right balance. So I hope this was really insightful for you. This is something very special, because we are here to live our best life possible. Ignore all this meaningless stuff around us, And I wanted to say another word, but okay. But let me know in the comments how this helped you. Subscribe to LuoVita.com. You will receive once a week very focused content about how to structure our thoughts and see opportunities. Let me know in the comments, and subscribe also to the channel, and take care of yourself. Courage. Bye bye.